bring something that's going to be positive, and we know that doesn't make things any better, but you just try and do the best you can to help heal and, again, put some excitement into the people that were here tonight and our fans out there, and that's all you can do. But, in saying that, I thought the guys did a great job tonight. They really wanted to honor them the proper way, and whether it was in a warm-up or by winning the game, I think, their hearts were with those families.
Coach, if we look at third periods for you guys, do you have the ability to just put teams away? We look at that kind of span of the 2 goals in 13 seconds. Just what do you like to see from your team in that period that's able to get that done?
Well, I think the biggest thing is you never want to play on your heels. A lot of teams, and this team here in the past, many years ago, was a team that kind of was always afraid to lose and would sit back and let teams, come at them in the third period. So, we've been encouraging our guys for years now to stay on their toes, and then, when you got a 1-goal lead, you want to extend it, and, before you even think about, protecting that lead, you want to extend those kind of leads. So we like to play on our toes versus on our heels, and I think just going after teams, and the fact that we seem to have lots of energy, we seem to be fresh in the third period, it just seems to be working out well for us.
How comfortable are you now, Coach, with just the structure of your game here with 9 games left in the regular season?
Well, we're good. I mean, we're in the right position right now. I think as far as where you want to be at this time of year, and almost every game day morning, we spend time looking at an area where we feel might have slipped a little bit. So we're staying on top of things too, and satisfied is not a word that exists in our dressing room. It's happy is one thing, but you continue to strive to get better, and there's always parts of your game, and including tonight, that you want to get better at. So we're just, as a coaching staff, we just want to stay on top of those things and make sure we keep our guys sharp.
A couple times over these past few years, Tuukka's been kind of a hard luck snub from being a Vezina finalist. Good to see tonight. I mean, probably not the toughest shutout he's had, but I mean, hockey gods kind of starting to pay him back, and he gets that shutout to boost those stats more.
Yeah, I think he's played well for us, and every time they had, especially I thought in the first half of the first period, they really came out hard, and they came out strong, and they had some early opportunities there, and until we kind of found our stride a little bit, and he kept us in there in that moment, and again made some big saves. And we all know that sometimes when you don't have to make a ton of big saves, it's always challenging to stay in the game. So he's been good at staying focused, and he makes the saves when we need him, and certainly in our minds he's certainly deserving of that recognition. But same thing as what we talked this morning, we don't decide those things, we just work with those guys.
He's got 25 goals now. He might finish close to 30. Have you ever seen Patrice Bergeron cut a corner, try to score a goal, do anything that would hurt his defensive game?
We scored one tonight when the net was up.
Yeah.
And so he's not that type of player. And I think it's been pretty clear to everybody that's watched him play that he values every part of his game, whether it's face-offs percentage, whether it's his plus minus, and then whether he's responsible for a goal against. Takes those things very seriously, and he's hard on himself when it comes to that. So I think he's proud of what he is. He's comfortable in the role that he's asked to play, and at the same time, it's always nice to see guys like that get rewarded with some decent stats, which he deserves.
Claude, how much of that is also chemistry on the line? Bergie said that the communication that he senses on that line is as good as it's ever been.
Yeah, it's been good. Marsh, who's been with him now for years, they read off each other so well, and just have to look at that shorthanded goal there that they scored on that road trip. It was a highlight goal, but at the same time, the guy on their right, Smitty, has been good for them this year. And I know he's kind of had his fair share of struggles in the last month, but I thought tonight he really upped his game, and the skating is starting to come back again, and he was hard on the puck, and that line was a good line for us.
Is there anything you've seen